Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Jane's Addiction there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Monday afternoon. The time is 14 minutes past 5 o'clock. Now, someone's asked a question on the text machine 3483. Did I manage to slot in my phrases for the Black Clash commentary?
Oh, yes.
They certainly did, Jace. Also had some talkbacks come through as well. And I like to reward talkbacks.
Sure.
Because it's extra effort. This one here came through using the iHeartRadio app from Jimmy.
Yeah, g'day fellas. Hey, look, sadly I wasn't able to watch the old cricket on Friday due to prior developments.
Saturday.
But, can we get a bit of a Hauraki Big Show recap of old Hoyte J's snuck-in words?
That's right. So for those just joining us, some clever original content. Basically, we came up with some funny phrases. Jason had to slide them into the commentary on Saturday night. The first phrase I believe we had snuck in was if someone was caught behind,
Yes.
you had to say...
Oh, did you have to start with that one, Keyzie?
What do you mean?
That's the one I didn't get in.
No, it's not. If someone was caught behind, you had to say they were taken
right.
roughly from behind.
Yes.
Did you manage to sneak that in?
I did, yes.
All right.
Tick.
1 out of 4. Although I've got a feeling maybe one of them didn't get
feels right.
snuck in.
Feels right.
The second one you had to do was you actually had to introduce yourself as two-stroke Jason Hoyte. Did you manage to do that?
I introduced myself as two-stroke Hoyte J, in fact.
Well done, mate.
That's good.
Was that at the start of the commentary?
No,
or?
that was about mid-innings, actually, after he came back from a break. I said, you're listening to the ACC commentary team, Minogue, Stewart, Matt Heath, and two-stroke Hoyte J.
Nice. Any sort of feedback from that on the text
Not
machine?
that I'm aware of.
No.
Bloody good.
Yes.
The next one was you had to wait for the perfect opportunity and then say, well, I'm not surprised you feel that way given your history.
Yes, I got that one in as well. I'm just trying to recall what context it was. I think it was with Matt Heath and something that he said, but I can't really remember.
Something wacky that he would have said.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got that one in.
Yes.
Did you manage to the one that everyone wanted? Really, to be honest, you could take or leave the other three. The one everyone wanted was if there was a massive wicket or if someone smoked a 6, you would say,
Cook the man some eggs.
Did you get it into the commentary?
Sadly, no.
Yeah.
Now, listen, fellas, in my defence, you see, it wasn't a mistake. We had to publish what I was going to say on the commentary for the people out there. But, of course, TVNZ got to see it.
On social media, they saw our
social
posts,
media, and they said the one thing you are not saying is that particular phrase. They didn't even really give me an explanation for it, but I think instinctively I kind of knew why they were saying that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a surprise.
Yes.
However, taken roughly from behind, managed to go through to the keeper.
He was taken roughly from behind. So, but there you go. So if I wanted to get paid, I had to ditch that one, unfortunately.
I want to be completely honest, Mike. I don't know how whether you agree with me here. I assumed he would have none of them.
Oh.
I assumed you wouldn't get any of them in. I assumed you'd forget or you'd be flustered and you'd be freaking out. I don't know what it would be, but you wouldn't have done any of them. But you actually managed to get 3 out of 4. Was it a fun exercise to try and sneak them in?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't too stressful, actually. Once you sort of settle in after the start there, it's pretty easy to slot them in.
Yes.
But, yeah, I was pretty gutted about that one because I thought it could have gone down quite well, but I can see that it might have gone down badly in other areas in terms of the viewers that were watching at that time.
Yeah, because what you don't want to do at the Black Clash is sort of do something that would make a fool of yourself and become like the talking point of a nation.
No. And actually on that note, we've had a lot of support come in for you and being brave enough to reveal your nipples. Keyzie, you're in the spa pool. On the boundary line with myself. There's broadcast imagery of you in that spa pool with me, and you showed your nips to the world, mate, and there's been a lot of support come through for you. So I'd like to get into those text messages next up if we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure, man,
Just a reminder for those who saw it, this is the commentary that went with it.
Oh, dear. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Get that man a ration. They're too big.
See, that's the kind of reception I was getting.
Bit of ribbon from the boys there.
Yeah, wow, part of the course. Here's the cranberries!
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Incubus there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon, the time 15 minutes to 5 o'clock.
Fellas, yesterday we addressed something that happened over the weekend at the Black Clash. I was in a hot tub with Mike Minogue. Everyone was stoked because, Mogie's so ripped. Could probably do with a few more squats and that though. But then it was look over at old Keyzie who's got extra large areolas or nipples. We were interviewed on TVNZ. Over 1 million people were watching, and now you guys told me that I was doing the world a favour by sort of,
owning it.
Yeah, and
totally, man. Being proud
of the fact that I have rather large areolas. And then we read out a few comments on the Instagram, and they kind of felt positive, but I wasn't so sure. I then went on the Facebook page, and I couldn't help myself. Radio Hauraki Facebook. We've got a photo up there, Jace, of me and you. That photo's got over 500 likes, over 500 laugh reactions, and over 500 comments on it.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
And just some of the comments make me feel like people aren't, in fact, patting me on the back, and instead they're laughing at me.
Yeah.
Well, like what, Keyzie?
Well, Reese, this is a comment that has 74 likes. Should have an R18 label on those. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't seem positive. Like the fact that kids shouldn't be able to see them. What's that about?
Well, I think that's probably any kind of nudity. Some people are quite uptight about that.
Totally,
and that goes for women as
yeah.
well. That would be across the board. So you can't say that that's exclusively a comment. That comment's not necessarily because of the size of your nipples.
Absolutely.
Just the fact that nipples are being exposed at all.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Some people are quite prudish like that,
Yes,
Keyzie.
thank you.
Okay. What about Scotty, who says, I'll never eat pepperoni again, and that's 137 likes?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Well, I'll never eat pepperoni again. I mean, that's probably a good thing, isn't it? Is that a good thing?
I guess so.
Yeah, because that's actually a carcinogen, Keyzie, processed meats. No,
A lot
good
of
for you,
fat,
brother. So that's nice.
A lot of fat in pepperoni
Yeah.
too.
Well, I don't want to be
You know what
putting
I mean?
people off food.
And often you'll get a lot of gristle too, Mogi, in a pepperoni. Which
You
is,
do.
It's not great.
Well, what about this? Troy, Jesus, holy areola, Batman, get some bleach on those scallops. 38 likes.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that almost seems to me like they've commented on the wrong thing because they don't look anything like scallops.
Yeah, I was going to say a scallop is white.
Yeah,
Unless
that makes
he's,
no sense.
unless he's referring to the tongue of the scallop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but they don't look like the tongue of a scallop.
No,
That's too
that's more of a
specific.
bright orange. Yours
Yeah.
were a sort of...
Colin, Keyzie stars on next week's edition of Botched. 24 likes.
Yeah.
Vicky,
Well,
looking
that's, I mean, they're saying that you're going to be on TV shows now. So, again, a positive. I mean, that's what you're looking to do. You're looking to get more jobs there, Keyzie.
Mate, if I had known what they look like, I would have got you so many more auditions.
Vicky, looking at those well-done meat patties was enough to make me consider converting to vegetarianism.
I think it's all positive, man.
Yeah, very
all
positive.
that is good.
Well, then why is this person here, Felicia, who seems very lovely, geez, some of these comments are nasty, a good way to make him feel insecure. Why is she sticking up for me?
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't sort of... It feels to me like that person's probably not a fan of the Big Show.
Sure.
Now, like, there's going to be some stuff in there that's a little bit of gentle ribbing, but by and large, I mean, I can't see anything that's sort of super negative or anything like
Well,
that.
someone here's
what about this one? Richard Martin, succulent Chinese meal on those dinner plates. See, that's awesome.
That's lovely.
I do love Chinese food.
Yeah, well, who doesn't?
What about this one from Shane Thompson? That's enough internet for today.
Someone here's referring to my nips as the areola australis.
What about this from Jess Green? Holy hamburgers.
Yeah, that's good.
So that to me is all...
Positive.
Yeah.
Totally, man.
But imagine that. Somebody has seen you and is so proud of what you've done, they're not looking at anything else on the internet for the whole day.
Yeah, right, okay. And like someone referring to me as a Polish sausage, that's a good thing,
That's
right?
a good thing, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Thanks, fellas. I just need reassuring. You know?
It's all good, mate. It's all
This
good.
one here from Brent Lagdon. They are massive.
Yeah, see, that's good, eh?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Rock and roll, baby.
So good, eh, fellas? By the way, for those listening earlier, about 10 minutes ago, after those two incredibly long songs, we've solved Hoyte J's Uber issue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the issue of whenever you ordered an Uber, the pickup point would be a mile away from where you actually are. So what he's doing, this is just for anyone else that's booking Ubers, is his location services are on his phone.
Yeah.
However, he's typing in a pickup destination. So he's saying, for example, he was at the Ridges in Christchurch. He's typing in Ridges Christchurch is where I am, and I want to go to the airport. It just has a random location for Ridges Christchurch.
It'll be on the other side.
On the other side of the
It could
street.
be anywhere, but what you want to do is leave it alone, and it will just say current location.
That's right. So just put your
so it'll be
target
from
destination.
current location to where you're going.
That's right. So
There you
it's
go.
just a bit of
We'll
a...
see if that works, fellas.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah,
does that make you feel better, Jace?
Yes, because it was really pissing me off.
Yeah,
Was it getting deep inside your goat?
It was getting...
Was it bugging you?
Jeez, I nearly said that.
Hey,
yeah, it
fellas.
was getting deep in my goat.
Something that has been bugging me. Well, it's actually, I've got a bit of a bone to pick with my own wife.
I got a
if
bone
that's
to
all good.
pick.
I got a bone to pick.
Remember my motorbike account?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of your multitude of accounts, Keyzie.
For those that don't
You're probably
know.
losing tens of thousands of dollars a year in account fees.
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing. My wife loves... She loves having a nice sort of healthy budgeting scheme going on, and it's worked very well for us. You know, when I met her, I was useless, and now I'm not useless. That's great. I have a fun account.
No, you're a tight ass, eh?
No, I'm not a tight ass. I'm just savvy. I've got a fun account for if I'm going out for dinner or having beers or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
We've got a sports account to encourage sports. So like if I play golf with you, Hoyte J, it comes out of there. Or if she plays netball, it comes out of there.
Is that not a fun account?
Yeah, I was
Well,
going to
it
say,
was.
I would have thought that's a fun account because playing golf with Hoyte J is fun.
Well, no, it was. However, at one stage, Lucy was like, hey, I need to have an advance on my fun account. Otherwise, I can't play squash tonight. And
She
I'm like,
did. But she's always going at you about not being able to have an
Well,
advance.
she's not always going at me.
You
That's
see,
true.
she's
She
just
always
been
sticking
banging
it to
away
you.
at you, trying to get you to just be a bit more responsible.
Well, no, and then I said, I don't want to set up a situation where you feel like you can't go and do exercise and do a cool team sport like that. Like, it's really important stuff. So we changed it so now there's a sports account.
Nice.
Yeah, to encourage us to get out and...
That's so cool.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
Have you got a pork mince nips account?
That doesn't help the story at all, Mogi, but no, I do not. I had an account last year called Motorbike, right?
Yes.
And this was to save up for a classic motorbike, which
Yeah.
I've since purchased, 1971 Honda
$2,000.
CB500, which I can't wait to restore and ride to work every now and then. She's now gone, hey, you don't need that motorbike account now, eh? I've changed it. That's now I can't remember what she's changed it to. She's changed it to something to do with her. And
Like a lingerie account.
that's her lingerie account. That's my new lingerie account.
Is that your lingerie account?
But I'm like, hey, man, now, Mike, can you stop being in a weird mood, please? And I was like, now that I've got the motorbike, I still need the motorbike account to buy stuff for the motorbike. Like, I'm
but
gonna
that
have
would be your fun account now.
Well, nah, because it's still it's fun, but it's like my motorbike. You know what I mean?
Technically,
You guys
well,
are in
it
a deep hole of too many accounts.
Can I suggest even it could even be your sporting account?
Because riding a motorbike
It's a sport.
I'm racing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So maybe some comes out of the sports account. Yeah, that's okay. Is it an investment? We've got an investment account. Could it come out of that? Is it a bills account? Okay, Mogi's fully lost it.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Do you know what I mean? You've got a lot of accounts, Keyzie.
Yeah,
Why don't you just have a spare cash account and it just comes out of there?
just called cash.
Yeah, it's just cash money. Why don't you call it a pre-kid account?
Pre-kid account.
Can I call it the loosey goosey account?
Oh, yes.
Right. Okay.
Where anything kind of goes, Keyzie.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yes.
I think if I have one of those, I won't be able to tell my wife about it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what's
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
as well is I actually already have one of those accounts. It's called my getting on the piss account. Yeah. Anyway, hey, thanks for the help, fellas. That was really great.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed, Marcy Playground there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. Great to have your company wherever you are in this great country of ours. Now, just previous to that, old Pug-San is going away on a road trip tomorrow, and he was given the task of choosing the tunes for the road trip. He gave us his top three.
Yeah.
That's all he's allowed to choose.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
you just the three. We played them. There's been some mixed response to that, but
Yeah.
we've also got a talk back, I believe, there, Keyzie.
That's right. And just for those just joining as well, Mike Minogue not currently here, should be here soon. He's
Yes.
been getting a scan on a rib or something.
Yeah.
So that's why Pug-San's in the studio with us. Here's a talk back.
Yeah, g'day, Phil. Yeah, I was just listening to Pug-San's little chat there about what songs he's going to be playing on his roadie and explaining why he's playing them. Just a question for you: when's Mogi back? When's Mogi back?
Yeah, so that's from Anonymous, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, right. By the talk back.
It would be actually good
Sort
to
of-
know when he's back.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Look, when it comes to roadies, I'll be really honest with you. I don't sort of specify songs, I go bands. And so for me, I just turn on Kings of Leon. I'm a happy camper.
Kings of Leon is good. I can imagine you doing Pearl Jam
Yes,
as well.
I do Pearl Jam. Yeah, and play their whole list.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I actually had a road trip over summer where I went through Radiohead's entire discography on a massive road trip, and it was epic.
Sounds punishing. So just for those who have just joined us, here are Pugs' selections. Firstly, Heroes, David Bowie. My personal favourite, well, actually, that song from David Bowie is one of my goats, but Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, which is an absolute tune. And the one that sort of lit up the text machine on 3483, Alanis Morissette, Ironic.
I thought you were going to get a bit of grief for that one, actually, Pug-San, and you know.
He certainly has, Jason. I'm just going to go to the text machine now, 3483. First two, awesome. Alanis can suck it. So that's great feedback.
So good.
3 absolute champion selections there from Pug-San. Love to go on a roadie with that absolute stallion. Pack the Connies.
That's lovely.
That is lovely. Told you Pug-San knows his shit. Cheers. That's from Jory.
I love Jory.
Yeah, it's all very positive at the moment. And I've got to say, I did a bit of a roadie with you, didn't I, Pug-San, that time when we were coming back from Tauranga.
That was the Black Clash.
Very mellow, very erotic kind of music that he played. I was into it, man.
It's just about knowing your audience, Jay.
Totally, and by the end of the trip, we were hooking into each other big time.
That's so hot.
Yeah.
A lot of suggestions coming through on 3483 for other great road trip songs. I'll just play a few for you. A few suggestions, actually, for Earth, Wind and Fire, September.
That song goes good anywhere.
That's the thing, it's not limited to a road trip, is it?
No, but it does sound good on the road too.
This is a song you play at the start of the road trip. You're just getting started, and it's exciting.
On the open road, baby.
Tune. So that's a great suggestion here.
It's all right. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it. I mean...
Well, it's not about you, Jason. It's about the listeners, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
I know you struggle with that. Rory sent through his selection, which I 100% agree with.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Petty, Running Down a Dream.
Boring.
It's such a tune, Jace. And it was on San Andreas, which is pretty cool. Great selection here. Radar Love, Golden Earring, which I actually won the Throbble with a long time ago.
Oh, you did?
That's right. I think the theme was road trip songs. And I played this song.
It's a great theme, by the way.
And got a massive win.
Somebody said Tenacious D Tribute as well, which is an epic sing-along.
Right,
tune.
okay.
Like, that is one I could do from top to bottom in terms of singing it.
How about this one here? Okay, because I don't know about this one, but it's a suggestion that's come through 2 or 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Another one that goes good anywhere.
Yeah, totally.
That's hot.
That's a rootin' song.
Jace.
What?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.